let you go the night it all fell down, like I finally figured something out, like the silence was the only way to breathe without you next to me. I walked away before I turned around, tried to leave it buried underground. Told myself that time would be enough to cover everything we were. I thought letting go would set me free, but it only sets you deeper into me. You're still inside. Not enough. I learned to live inside a different space, where I don't have to see your face, where the echoes don't get loud enough to stay, but they don't fade away. There's a part of me that doesn't want to change, like it's locked inside a frame, where the moment never really reached the end, it just bends again. I don't need to call it what it was, but I can't escape the urge. I let you go, but not enough, not enough to call your bluff. Every heartbeat out of time still crosses every line. I let you go, but not enough, even when it gets too tough, even as it fades from view, I come back to you. Maybe letting go is just another name for holding on a different way. Maybe distance doesn't change the truth. I still feel you. I let you go, but not enough. I let you go, but not The winter wind is biting at our face. The park is just a frozen quiet. little nose is turning rosy red. You forgot the heavy coat upon the bed. I take my woolen scarf of navy blue and wrap the heavy fabric over you. But there is plenty left to go around, and suddenly a compromise is found. We're tied together in a single loop, a cozy little two-person winter group. I feel your laughter against my shivering chin. Tangled in wool, we're walking through the cold, the greatest winter story ever told. At 70 beats, we step in perfect time, wrapped in a love that's perfectly sublime. Oh, keeping each other warm. Our freezing hands are hidden in my coat. A single breath is escaping from my throat. The icy trees are bowing to the ground, but we've got the warmest thing around. Let the freezing temperatures slowly drop. This beautiful connection will not stop. A piece of woven yarn around our neck, keeping the freezing winter chill in check. Tangled in wool, we're walking through the cold, the greatest winter story ever told. At 70 beats, we step in perfect time, wrapped in a love that's perfectly sublime. Tied together forever warm. Don't be afraid. Every step into the unknown night feels a little easier with you. Even in the fading neon light, there's a sense of something true. All the doubts are slowly drifting out, like Nothing ever really mattered here. In your voice I lose the sound of doubt. Everything becomes so clear. There's a place I didn't know, somewhere only we can go. Don't be afraid tonight, everything will be alright. Even if we lose our way, we will find another day. Through the silence, through the empty streets, we're just shadows passing by. But in every moment that we meet, I can feel the reason why. There's a light that doesn't fade away, even when the night is long. We don't need to find the perfect way, we just need to hold on. There's a feeling in the air, like we're already there. Don't be afraid tonight, hold me in this fading light. Even if the world lets go, we'll be stronger than we know. Don't be afraid, just stay. Let the moment lead the way. Every heartbeat feels so right in the calm of this night. If tomorrow pulls us apart, if the sky begins to fall, we'll remember where we are. We were stronger through it all. Don't be afraid tonight, even in the darkest light. In your arms I finally see there's a place for you and me. All right. The rain has stopped and the air is sweet, reflecting the neon on the soaking street. A rainbow of oil in a puddle of blue. I'm walking slowly just to be with you. The city is breathing a misty sigh underneath a heavy and lavender sky. Your boots make a splash as we cross the road, carrying a love that's a heavy, sweet load. The shop fronts are glowing in emerald and gold, a beautiful story that's waiting to be told. We stop at the window of a jewelry store, but you're the only treasure I'm looking for. I pull up your collar to keep about the chill. The world is turning, but we're standing still. The steam from the manhole is rising high, like a quiet prayer to the midnight sky. The traffic lights change from a red to a green. The loveliest vision that I've ever seen. In the neon reflections, we find our way, turning the night into a holiday. At 70 beats, our footsteps are light, bathing in the colors of a rainy night. Oh, a taxi goes by with a rhythmic hum, counting the minutes until the dawn has come. But we're in no hurry to go back inside, with the whole of the city as our quiet guide. I'll hold your umbrella though the sky is clear, just to keep your beautiful spirit near. The wet pavement shines like a silver floor. I couldn't ask for any second more. In the neon reflections, we find our way, turning the night into a holiday. At 70 beats, our footsteps are light, bathing in the colors of the rainy night. The street is quiet now, reflections everywhere, just us two.
This was real.
Even if it's over, we were standing in a moment we can't keep. But we felt it all the same. There's a truth in something we don't need to keep, just to know it came. We don't need forever to believe. We were here, that's enough for me. Even if it couldn't be, every moment living in the light. Just tonight, we were here. I won't ask for more. We don't need to close the door. Even if it fades into the past, it will last. between us to hold. There's no need to take it all away or rewrite the story told.
Let it be.
Let it stay
In its own way.
It was right. We don't need to say goodbye.
We don't need to ask why.
We were here. The screen is glowing blue against the living room wall. I'm watching infomercials, waiting for the sky to fall. It's 3 in the morning, the city's dead and quiet, but inside my chest there's a heavy, raging riot. A man is selling miracles from 1999. I'd pay $1 million just to say that you are mine. The volume's turned down low, but the silence is too loud. I'm trapped beneath the shadow of a heavy thunder's cloud. It's a 3 a.m. broadcast, speaking to the night, a digital companion in the artificial light. I'm wide awake and dreaming of the days when you were here, drowning in the static of another wasted year. The television preacher says to bow my head and pray, but God doesn't listen when you're this far I wrap myself in a blanket that still smells like your hair. staring at the anchor woman, pretending she's aware of the absolute disaster that my life has now become. A lonely marathon where I am running totally numb. The screen turns to colored bars, the programming is done. Just me and the static, waiting for the morning sun. I wanna smash the screen and plunge into the dark. Erase the glowing image of your arrow in my heart. It's a 3 a.m. broadcast, speaking to the night. A digital companion in the artificial light. I'm wide awake and dreaming of the days when you were here, drowning in the static of another wasted year. The television preacher says to bow my head and pray, but God doesn't listen when you're this far away. Just static now, nothing on the screen.
Nothing special.
There's a street I've walked 1,000 times before. Nothing new to see. Every corner, every open door, still the same to me. All the thoughts I used to chase around my mind don't feel so intense. In this moment I don't need to redefine or make any sense. There's a beauty in the things I miss, in the quietness of this. Nothing special, nothing grand, just the world the way it stands. Every heartbeat, every day, fades and finds its way. People passing, never knowing who I am, and it feels okay. All the pressure to become something I planned slowly slips away. There's a meaning in the things I used to skip. Now I let them stay. In this life I don't need a bigger script or a brighter way.
like it is mine. Nothing special, I believe in the life I get to live. Not a dream I must design, just a simple line. Simple, nothing special.
Just one more song. That's all I'm asking. We were halfway out the door, no reason left to stay. But something in the silence wouldn't let us walk away. Every second stretching like it didn't wanna end, like the night was asking us to try again. We don't need to fix it, we don't need a plan. Just stay right here if you can. Stay for one more song, don't turn away. We don't have to make it stay. Just one more moment in the dark before we fall apart. Stay for one more song, don't say goodbye. We don't even have to try. If this is all we're meant to be, stay one more song with me. One more song. We don't have to call it love or anything at all. Just something in between the rise and fall. There's a rhythm in the way we almost let it go, but we're still here, and we both know we don't need forever in our hands. Just one with me. Just one more. That's all I'm asking. There's a feeling like the sky is opening wider than before. Every moment stretching out infinitely. Something I explore. All the limits I once thought were set in stone fade without a trace. In this vastness I don't feel like I'm alone, just a part of space. There's a silence in the view, something endless, something true. Open, I can see there's no edge in front of me. Every heartbeat, every flame softens into change. There are distances that don't feel far away, even when they are. Every boundary dissolving into gray, like a distant star. All the meaning that I tried to define falls away with ease. In this moment I don't need to draw a line or to disagree. There's a truth I can't deny, like an endless sky. Open, I feel free. There's no edge surrounding me. Every shadow fades away into softer gray. Passing through feels both calm and new. To live, not a form I must define, just an endless line. Open. stretching in between the longest, darkest distance that I have ever seen. I finally found a payphone off of Interstate 9, praying for a miracle, praying for a sign. The operator patches me through the midnight cold. I've got 1,000 burning stories waiting to be told, but the weather's getting heavy, the wires are all frayed, just like the fragile promises we foolishly made. The static on the line, fading in and out, drowning out the I love yous with heavy clouds of doubt. I'm shouting through the distance, but you can barely hear. The digital distortion is confirming my worst fear. We're losing the connection, slipping through time, fading into nothing but static on the line. I hear you say my name, but it's swallowed by a hiss, a cruel electronic imitation of a kiss. You say it's raining in New York, it's dry in LA. We're talking about the weather when there's so much to say. I drop another quarter, desperate for a minute more, before the silence rushes in and settles the Don't hang up the receiver, please don't say goodbye. I'm talking to a ghost across the starry sky. The static on the line, fading in and out. You're drowning out the I love yous with heavy clouds of doubt. I'm shouting through the distance, but you can barely hear. The digital distortion is confirming my worst fear. We're losing the connection, slipping through time, fading into nothing but static on the line. Hello? Are you there? Hello? kitchen is completely quiet. The faucet has a drip. I'm standing on the linoleum, biting my lower lip. The refrigerator is humming a steady low end tune, illuminated by the light of a pale and distant moon. I'm looking at the door, right beside the grocery list, at the faded Polaroid of the very first time we kissed. It's held up by a plastic magnet from a seaside town, a cheap little souvenir that's holding my whole world down. It's just a magnet on the fridge, holding on to the past, a fragile paper memory that was never meant to last. The colors are turning yellow, the edges are curling tight, a snapshot of our daytime trapped inside my endless night. I trace the square border with a shaking fingertip, watching my sanity begin to slowly slip. You're laughing in the picture, your hair is blowing wild. I'm looking at you with the wonder of a little child. We bought that magnet in the summer down in Caroline, when every single moment felt perfectly divine. Now the fridge is completely empty, except for a broken light, and I am starving for your affection in the middle of the night. I wanna pull the picture down and tear it into two, but I can't erase the evidence that I belong to you. It's just a magnet on the fridge, holding on to the past, a fragile paper memory that was never meant to last. The colors are turning yellow, the edges are curling tight, a snapshot of our daytime trapped inside my endless night. I trace the square border with a shaking fingertip, watching my sanity begin to slowly slip. Fading picture, hanging on by a thread. DJ's packing up his gear for the night. The mirror ball is catching the very last light. Streamers are falling like rain this lonely town. You promised you'd meet me at 9:45, but I'm dancing with my shadow once again. My heart is beating like a bass drum in the dark, searching for the fire, looking for a spark. I'm swaying on an empty dance floor, wondering what we were fighting for. The synthesizers humming a tragic melody, the spotlight shining down on nobody but me. I practiced all my moves, rehearsed the words to say, but you let the music fade away. I bought this velvet jacket just for you, pinned a white rose on the lapel too. I see the couples walking out hand in hand, leaving me stranded in this empty land. The punch bowl is empty, the ice has turned to water. I'm just a lonely son, missing a lonely daughter. I hear the echoes of the laughter we once knew. This gymnasium is a graveyard without you. I'm swaying on an empty dance floor, wondering what we were fighting for. The synthesizers humming a tragic melody, a spotlight shining down on nobody but me. I practiced all my moves, rehearsed the words to say, but you let the music fade away, fading away, just an empty We never said goodbye. We never said goodbye. We just drifted off, like a conversation paused. There was no clear ending, no final cost, just an open cause. Every word left hanging in the air, like it never found its place. There's a part of me still standing there, in that space. We didn't close the door all the way, we just walked away. We never been. Every time I think about it now, it doesn't feel complete. There's a question I can't disallow, still beneath my feet. I can feel it in the way it stays, not too far, not too near, like a memory that never fades, just unclear. If we faced it, would it break apart, or finally start? Couldn't be complete, but because we didn't meet. We never said goodbye, I understand. It just slipped out of our hands. Every heartbeat carrying the sound of what we never found. We never said goodbye, and maybe that's why it never fully passed. Even as it fades into the blue, it still feels like you. We never said goodbye. I've been thinking maybe endings don't exist. Maybe they just shift like this, turn into a different kind of space that we learn to face. Every moment that we thought we left behind finds another way through time. Every feeling changing shape and form, like a quiet storm. I don't need to bring it back again, but I know how it began. Nothing ever really ends, it just moves on into something we become. Every memory, every trace finds another place. Nothing ever really ends. I can see what it did to you and me, even when it fades from view. It still lives through. Never really ends. There's a meaning in the things we couldn't keep, in the parts we buried deep. Every story finding its own way, even if it for the fire, looking for the spark, but my fingers only touch the freezing cotton sheet. A devastating end to a victory incomplete. The street lamp casts a shadow through the window blind, a lonely visual for a man who's lost his mind. The digital alarm clock flashes red in the quiet room, casting a bloody glow upon my solitary tomb. I'm staring at the cold side of the bed, replaying all the angry, bitter words we said. There's a canyon in the mattress where you used to lay before you packed your bags and threw it all away. I pulled the heavy blankets up around my freezing chin, but blankets cannot warm the freezing state that I am in. Your pillow still smells like vanilla and the rain, a beautiful aroma that only brings me pain. I trace the empty indentation where you used to sleep, a quiet little valley where the shadows slowly creep. I close my eyes and try to pull your phantom to my chest, but you're 1,000 miles away, and I can get no rest. I wanna rip the sheets right off and throw them in the street. I cannot bear the emptiness of this massive defeat. I'm staring at the cold side of the bed, replaying all the angry, bitter words we said. There's a canyon in the mattress where you used to lay before you packed your bags and threw it all away. I pull the heavy blankets up around my freezing chin, but blankets cannot warm the freezing state that I am in. Just an empty space, so incredibly I've been walking through the places we once knew, trying hard to make them feel brand new. Every corner holding on to something real, something I can still feel. I've been telling myself time would let it fade, than what we made. But the moment I stop trying to pretend, it comes back again. I thought I left it somewhere in the past, but it's never built to last like that. It still knows my name every time I try to run, like it's never really done. Every shadow, every flame still remembers why it came. It still knows my name, even when I let it go, even when I lose control. Every piece I can't replace still calls out my name. Still knows my name. There's a rhythm in the way it finds me still, like it moves against my will. Every silence turning into something loud, even in a crowd. I can feel it in the spaces left behind, like a trace I can't unwind. Every time I think I finally let it rest, it comes back again. I don't need to bring it back to understand, but it never left my hands. It still knows my name, like it always did, like it lives in everything I hear. Every moment, every trace still returns to the same place. It still knows my name, I can't deny. There was something, you and I. Even as it fades from view, it still calls me back to you. Maybe love was never meant to disappear. Maybe time just makes it reappear. Maybe letting go is not the end we claim. It just changes shape. It still knows my name. It still knows my name. We climbed the ladder made of rope and pine to a little kingdom that is yours and mine. High above the garden and the kitchen light, a secret sanctuary in the middle of the night. The wooden walls are breathing with the summer wind. This is where our private universe begins. We're sitting on the blankets on the dusty floor, leaving all the heavy world outside the door. You've got a flashlight and a book of rhymes, reading out the stories of the ancient times. The branches are a curtain, heavy and green, the safest little place that we have ever seen. I look through the window at the neighbor's yard, where the life below is looking twice as hard. But up here in the leaves we're floating and free, just a couple of birds in a hollowed out tree. The stars are peeking through the wooden roof of our devotion. This is all the proof. Hiding in our treehouse, secret tonight, watching the world from a beautiful height. At 70 beats, our hearts softly sway, 1,000 miles above the common day. Tucked away in the green, I'll carve our initials in the sturdy bark, a permanent reminder in the quiet dark that we were here together, wild and young, with the sweetest songs that were ever sung. When we have to go back to the ground below, we'll take the magic that the branches know and keep this little cabin in the back of our mind, the greatest treasure that we'll ever find. Hiding in our treehouse, secret tonight, watching the world from a beautiful height. At 70 beats, our hearts softly sway, 1,000 miles above the common day. Don't look down, safe in the leaves, our secret place. Lying on the hood of my rusted machine, staring at the sky like a giant movie screen. Two airplanes flying at 30,000 feet, leaving white lines where the stratosphere meets. They're drawing a picture of you and of me, a beautiful tragedy for the whole world to see. They fly side by side for a moment in time before they drift apart without a reason or rhyme. We are just paper trails in the fading of an empty blue space. I watch the white clouds slowly start to expand, slipping through the fingers of my reaching hand. We burned up our fuel in a passionate rush, and now we are left with this deafening hush. The passengers up there are heading for home, while I'm on the ground, destined to endlessly I wanna build a ladder and climb to the clouds, scream out my apologies to the indifferent crowds. We are just vapor trails in the fading sky, two parallel lines saying a slow goodbye, drifting apart in the cold thin air, erased by the wind like we were never there. A temporary mark on the atmosphere's face, lost in the vastness of an empty blue space. Fading away into the let it settle. There's a quiet in the way the moments fall, like they're meant to land. Every memory no longer feels so small, drifting out of hand. All the weight I used to carry in my chest slowly disappears. In the stillness I can finally let it rest, all the passing years. There's a softness in the way it all unfolds, nothing left to hold. Let it settle, let it be. There's no need for clarity. Every heartbeat, every flame softens into change. There are pieces of the past that still remain, but they don't define every sorrow, every fragment of the pain blends into the time. All the questions I was chasing fade away, like they never stay. In this moment I don't need to find a way, I'll be unafraid. There's a truth inside the letting go of control, something making whole. Let it settle, I feel free. Nothing Found it in the shoebox, hidden underneath the bed, wrapped inside a letter full of heavy things you said. You wrote side B in marker on the faded paper label. I stared at it for hours, sitting at the kitchen table. I never had the courage to put it in the deck, terrified the music would turn me to a wreck. But tonight the room is quiet and the whiskey's pouring strong, so I'm finally surrendering to our final tragic song. I'm listening to the last mixtape, spinning in the dark. A magnetic transmission aimed directly at my heart. The treble and the bass are echoing my pain. A compilation album of a lonely freezing rain. Track 1 is an apology, track 2 is a goodbye, and I'm just sitting in the shadows, waiting here to die. You always had a talent for picking out the track to say the heavy things that your vocabulary lacked. The synthesizer swells and the drum machine kicks in, reminding me exactly of the state that we were in. The ribbon is degrading, the sound is slightly warped. A beautiful sad symphony, perfectly absorbed. A brand new journey, beautiful and fresh. The ink is ready in the silver pen. It's time to start the story once again. We filled a dozen books with all our years, with all the happy laughter and the tears. But looking at you standing by the door, I know we have a million chapters more. The paper's white without a single line, a beautiful horizon, completely mine. I take your hand and ask you what to write. Here's to the blank pages of our life, through all the gentle joy and any strife. At 70 beats, we start a brand new day, writing our love in every single way. Oh, the story of you and me. We'll write about the autumns and the springs, the quiet moments and the grander things. We'll document the silver in our hair, and how we've built a castle from the air. Let the future bring whatever it will bring. We have the most amazing song to sing. Every single word is a testament of truth, a love that has survived all fading Here's to the blank pages of our life, through all the gentle joy and any strife. At 70 beats, we start a brand new day, writing our love in every single way. Chapter 1 again, just you and me, forever writing. Slow night, there's a quiet in the way the evening falls. Nothing needs to move. Every shadow stretching on the walls feels like something true. I can hear the ticking of a distant clock, blending with my breath. In the stillness I don't need to talk or outrun every day fades in softer gray. There's a window where the light is barely there, flickering and low. All the things I used to think I had to share, I can let them go. There's a meaning in the things I don't explain, not a thing to prove. In this moment I don't feel the strain or the need to move. There's a truth inside the quiet flow, in the things I never know. Slow night, I feel free. There's no need for more in me. Every shadow, every light feels a little right. Slow night, let it be. There's no need for clarity. Every second passing through feels enough, it's true. If it fades or if it stays, it's just part of passing days. Every breath, every line feels like it is mine. Slow night, I believe in the life I get to live, not a path I must design, just a simple line. The leather is scuffed from 100 different trips, but this is the hardest goodbye across my lips. I folded up my shirts and I packed up my shoes, accepting the fact that I was destined to lose. The hallway is quiet, the morning is still. I'm swallowing a bitter and impossible pill. You're sleeping in the bedroom, entirely unaware that I'm standing in the foyer, breathing the heavy air. There's a heavy suitcase sitting by the front door, packed with the tears that I cannot ignore. A portable coffin of the love that we made, waiting in the shadows where the memories fade. I grip the plastic handle and I try to be strong, walking away from the place I used to belong. I leave my house keys on the little wooden stand, right beside the picture of us holding hands. I don't have a destination, city. I wanna drop the luggage and run back up the stairs, wake you from your slumber and answer all your prayers. There's a heavy suitcase sitting by the front door, packed with the tears that I cannot ignore. A portable coffin of the love that we made, waiting in the shadows where the memories fade. I grip the plastic handle and I try to be strong, walking away from the place I used to belong. Walking away, closing the door. Let it rest. There's a quiet settling in my chest, like the storm is gone. Every thought I used to overtest now just moves along. All the echoes fading into space, like they've said goodbye. In the stillness I can feel the grace of just letting lie. There's a calm I can embrace in this softer place. Let it rest, let it be. There's a deeper part of me. Every heartbeat, every flame, nothing stays the same. Every memory finds a place to land, somewhere it belongs. All the things I couldn't understand now just feel like songs. There's a meaning in the letting go, in the things I've known. Every shadow moving soft and slow till it's overgrown. There's a truth I can't deny, even as time goes by. Let it rest, I feel free. Nothing left controlling me. Every shadow fades away in the light of a new day. Let it rest, feel the light shining through the endless night. Every second passing through brings me back to truth. Maybe all I had to face led me to this quiet place. Every fall, every rise opened up my eyes. Let it rest, I believe in the life I couldn't leave. In the end it's clear to see, this is who I'm meant to be. they didn't want to land. Every pause felt like something we both know, but don't quite understand. Between the lines, something's real, something we don't have to reveal. In the space where nothing's said, that's where everything is spread. Your eyes held something I could almost read, but I didn't look too long. Sometimes silence is the only thing we need to feel where we belong. If we never say it out loud, does it make it less or more now? Between the lines, we collide. No more place for us to hide. We've been trying just to hold it all in place, like it's something we can say.
But every time we try to face it honestly, we just drift the other way.
I don't know how we got here.
I don't know how to stay here.
We can't fix this, we can't pretend. We've been breaking in the air, every moment pulling us apart, right from the start.
We can't fix this, it's too late. We've been bending into fate,
every piece falling away.
We couldn't stay.
We can't fix this,
It's the truth.
we've been living different truths. Even if it
Once was real.
this is how we feel.
We can't fix this. We can't fix this. We can't fix this.
I found it in the trash can, ripped in 30 parts, a devastating puzzle for a pair of broken hearts. You wrote it in a fury on a Sunday afternoon and tore it all to shreds beneath the pale and silent moon. I gathered up the confetti and laid it on the floor, trying to resurrect the love that walked out the door. I've got a roll of clear tape and a magnifying glass, trying to rebuild the future from a shattered past. I'm taping up the pieces of a love letter tonight, trying to put the words together in the fading light. I match the cursive letters, the teardrops on the blue, desperately searching for a final piece of you. It's a fragile mosaic of the anger and the pain, a paper resurrection standing in the pouring rain. I find the word forever torn completely in half. It almost makes me wanna cry, almost makes me laugh. I stick the ragged edges back together with the glue, but there are sentences missing, sentences I never knew. Did you say you hated me, or did you say you cared? I'm reading between the jagged lines of what we used to share. jagged edges. The television showing a late night scream, the quietest midnight the house has seen. Your favorite novel has dropped to the floor. You couldn't stay awake for a single page more. You're curled in a blanket, a peaceful sigh, surrendering softly to the heavy night. I turn off the lamp and I whisper your name, my beautiful spark in a quiet flame. I lift you up gently and hold you so tight, a delicate burden, incredibly light. We walk down the hallway without any sound, singing you the living room lullaby. Underneath our painted plaster sky, at 70 beats I'd carry you to bed, resting your sweet and heavy, sleepy head. Safe inside my arms. Sleep well, my love, I've got you now. Sweet dreams. Call me. There's a distance in the way you breathe, like you're drifting far away. Every moment something hard to keep, like it's slipping day by day. All the silence hanging in the air, like a truth we never say. In your eyes I see it's still there, even as we fade away. There's a feeling we can't hide, even if we try. Call me in the midnight light, say my name and make it right. Every heartbeat, every flame burns a little when you say my name. Every word we never got to say still is echoing inside, like a truth we tried to push away, but it never really died. There's a fire underneath it There's a pull we can't deny, even if we try. Call me when the night feels long. Bring me back where we belong. Every whisper, every flame feels alive when you say my name. Call me in the dark. Light me up just like a spark. Every second passing by feels like we can't say goodbye. If tomorrow pulls us apart, if we follow different stars, we will still remember this. Every second, every kiss. Call me one more time tonight. Hold me in this fading light. Even if we drift away, you will still call my name. Call me. Call me. The plaza is empty. The tourists have flown, leaving the statues of marble and stone. We walk to the edge of the water, so clear, reflecting the moonlight that's hovering near. I reach in my pocket and pull out a coin, a quiet tradition we happily join. You close your eyes tight and you whisper a prayer, a beautiful secret released in the air.